today's video, I will be talking about childhood games from the 80s. Yes, I am an 80s child, and we played some really dangerous, weird games in the 80s. So if you're interested in some ideas, or maybe you're throwing an 80s themed party and you need some game ideas, or you just want to reminisce about your childhood games from the 80s, then stay tuned because I've got some ideas for you. Okay, hi, my name is Sean. Welcome to Prayer Lights. If you are new, I would love for you to consider subscribing to this channel. I post DIY party game ideas twice a week. I will pop a picture up on the screen so that you know what game I am talking about. Let's get into today's video. Here we go. All right, I have 7 games to talk about. So the first one is Dodgeball. I was actually very, very good at Dodgeball. People tended to want to throw the ball at the obnoxious kids, but basically you just get everybody. You can have as many kids as you want. You have 100 kids, you can have 2 kids. At the end, the player that is the last one standing is the winner. And you have people standing on either end, and everybody's in the middle, and the 2 people on the end throw balls as hard as they possibly can. Yes, it hurt to get hit by a dodgeball. They could throw it at your feet, they could throw it at your head. I mean, teachers always said don't throw it at your head, but that's what happened. That's what happened. People threw it at your head, and you tried to knock people out. So if the ball hit you, then you were out. It goes pretty fast, and it's pretty dangerous. Why did we play such dangerous games? Dodgeball. Leave in the comments down below. Let me know, what was your favorite game when you were a child? Red Rover. Who remembers Red Rover? Basically, this is how you get clotheslined. Everybody holds hands in a line, and people run and see if they can break through your hands held together. So people run and see if they can break through your hands held together. And using Red Rover, you make 2 teams lined, everybody's lined up holding hands. You send someone from one team over to the other team. Red Rover, send Susie on over. If that person broke through the line, then they got to join the other team, and you see whose team won based on how many players could break the line. Let me know if I'm getting that correct. So a lot of times I would just let go because it was just easier to let go and let the person break through than it was to hold and have your arm feel like it was being ripped out of your shoulder. Red light, green light. So this was like a freeze game. So you had one person that would stand with their back, and then everybody would be over here. The one person would yell red light, and everybody had to stop, and they'd look back at the people, and then they would yell green light, and people would try to sneak up on them. And they would have to say, red light, and then they'd stop. And if they saw anybody moving, then those people were out. And so whoever was left at the end was the winner. Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny is still a thing. And I have gotten some mean comments on my channel for a Christmas video. I will put it in a card right here if you want to go watch it, where I talked about Chubby Bunny and playing Chubby Bunny. And a lot of people say you can choke on the marshmallows. Yes, you can, which is why anytime you play a game with food, you should be supervised. However, in the 80s, we were unsupervised. And adults would just give us big bags of marshmallows, and we'd shove as many as we could in our mouth. More Chubby Bunny. I once knew a person who could fit 36 regular-sized marshmallows in their mouth. And then it was pretty gross to watch people spit them back out. Pretty dangerous game. It's a miracle we're all still alive from the 80s. DuckDuckGoose. I swear, this is like a little kid game for like preschool. But I'm pretty sure we were playing this all the way up through till I was a teenager in the 90s. Basically, everybody sits crisscross applesauce with their legs crossed in a circle, and you have one person that goes around the outside of the circle and taps everybody on the head. They go duck, 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 and if they say goose when they hit your head, then you have to run around the circle and try to catch them before they sit back down in your spot. If they sit back down in your spot, then you then have to go around duck, 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 and then goose, and go around until people are out. I just remember people going duck, 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 goose, pounding the tops of our heads. Before we talk about the very last one, if I have missed any games that you remember from the 80s, please leave those in the description box down below. I want to hear the games that you guys played when you were kids. Or adults. You could be adults and watching this, or 80s, or you might not have even been born. Musical chairs. I loved this game. I love this game so much. Basically, you put chairs back to back in a line minus 1 of how many people are playing. So if you have 15 people playing, you put 14 chairs back to back. Then you have music, and you press play. We had cassette tapes. Yes, we had cassette players. We pressed play on our little cassette player, and people would circle around the chairs as the music was playing. And then when the teacher stopped the cassette tape and the music stopped, then everybody had to sit down in a chair. The person was left standing because if there's one minus chair was out. So then you take a chair away the next time you play. I remember people would try to cheat so bad. They'd like try to like hover their bottoms over the seat as they went around. They would have their hand and they would like slide really fast and slide really fast. But I feel like this is a timeless game. I would still play this as an adult. Make sure you share the fun with your family today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. In today's video, I will show a picture up on Dodgeball was, that's not dodgeball, that's kickball. I am describing kickball. You can see how long it's been since I've played any of these games. That was kickball. Why is it a duck? Why is it a goose? I have no idea. Why would the duck chase the goose? Why would it be like duck, 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 fox? Like that would make more sense to me. Duck, 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 fox.